Well, there you have it. America, the land of the free, the land of the brave. Today, it was the opposite because it was Turkey that were actually brave and free to go down and win this one. Like I said at the beginning, we already saw one host losing their final game, and the second host in the United States of America goes on to lose and become the second host to actually lose on their final day. But it doesn't matter because they're already qualified and they'll be playing against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Now, check this out here. This is Clutch. And today, he's been clipped by Turkey. And check this out also. That final goal that was scored, 2 nutmegs. Under the legs of player and goalkeeper. He went in for a goal. But I don't know what a game we've had tonight.
What a game.
Felix, yeah.
What a game, what a game. And in as much as it's a surprise result, it's a really interesting surprise result because, like I said earlier on, the Turkish side had nothing to lose in this game. They were going to come and enjoy themselves and play the best soccer that they have played in all the tournament. And they were playing for pride and legacy. And we said that when you're playing for pride and legacy, there is danger to the team, the other team, because while the US was under pressure, and you saw how they came in earlier on with pace and everything, and the wing play and scored early goals and all that, the Turkish side did not have that pressure of qualification. That burden was already removed from them. So they play an easy game, enjoy themselves very nicely in the midfield and up at the front. And you've got a man like Adagula who's doing all the best that he can. They made all the right changes and score in with the very last kick of the game to take that pride away from the host nation. That is the story of a team that wants to just impress and to also market themselves at the biggest stage of soccer in the world. And Turkey has proven that, you know, sometimes going out does not necessarily mean that you couldn't do bigger things if you were given another chance in it.
Yeah, Pochettino made 10 changes to this team, brought in some players who had not actually felt, and unfortunately 3-2 it was for him, but I think he'll be pleased with what has happened. Yes.
The likes of Claudio Reyna, those are the great players of but Claudio Reyna's son is in here, is in the this US squad right here. That is Giovanni, you know, Reyna. But the good thing, what I liked in the Turkish side, what you know, the Vincenzo Montella, the coach, did was he brought in a young team, you know, into the squad. And with the stats coming up right now, shortly, you will see also that, the US dominated play.
Felix, we are sorry, that is Bernard. We are going, I hope Clutch is not.
Let's decide if we are going to statistics or talking about the team as well, because first of all, we have to give Pulisic his flowers.
Yes.
He came into this game and changed the pace of this game totally for the US of A. He changed the pace, he changed the way it is being played, opened up the defense of the Turkish side, and that is when they started having chances. He himself, Pulisic, has had more chances than any of the other players in the game altogether. But going into statistics, although Clutch is in the way, and I don't know why he's
so I need to push him back.
It's all right.
Sorry about that, Clutch, but I need to. Yeah, I need to. You're obstructing. You know, you're obstructing Bernard Otieno.
You know, that's the national animal as well of the US, the eagle. You know, because of what the eagle can do. You know, the eagle has got eyes at the front, sees very fast, so it can move very fast as well. But today he's been clipped, like you said. But look at the ball percentage possession in totality. The difference is very little. It's only 8%. And if you look at the attempts that the US made, they are almost 2.5 times what the Turkish side did. 18 attempts at goal. They really wanted to win this, but I thought they listened to me when we talked at halftime, when he said they should calm down, just play their game, build the game from the play from their half all the way to the final third. They did it for a few minutes, and then after that again, that euphoria picked up on them again, and they started running too fast for themselves, leaving Turkey to be the ones to, you know, absorb the pressure and then start controlling the midfield and all that. Look at the number of corners that the US of A actually managed to get. It's because the play was so much on that side, but they didn't do much with it. 9. Because 3 goals came from just the 3 attempts on target in full-time statistics for Turkey. 3 attempts on target, 3 goals. Those are very good statistics. That's 100% in terms of attack, going only for the quality attacks.
Okay, before we actually go and look at the goals and everything, where was this resilient Turkey side when we needed it?
You know, one thing you have to understand about Turkish football, it's one of the best in Europe, as we said earlier on. And that's where most of these players here, although now some are playing at big clubs like Real Madrid, AC Milan, Juventus, you know, and surprisingly, one of their best players was on the bench all through, Konaloglu. Even the commentator talked about him, you know, but he's 32 years old. What Vincenzo Montella did was he brought in a young squad, and you know the 21-year-old Atagula. What a performance. What a performance. He was involved in all 3 goals.
Okay.
You know, he was involved in all 3 goals.
You asked a question, but I don't think you answered. Where was this Turkish side when the game started? And I think the fact that the coach knew that they were already going out, he decided to bench some of the best players. And I think it's a good thing he did, because then it gives a chance to the younger players to show themselves and for the game to be fluid. When you have nothing to lose, Peter, when you have nothing to lose, you will go out of your way to do everything you can, because you have nothing to lose at the end of it all.
All right.
So that's what this team did as well. They came out to show their best football after they realized a little bit too late that they had already lost their campaign for the World Cup.